Hi everybody, this is my latest purchase, a 2004 Mitsubishi Colt Rodeo 2.8 TDI 4x4 club cab, and I absolutely love it. The Mitsubishi Colt Rodeo has always been a phenomenal workhorse, with the 2.8 turbo diesel featuring on many a pre-request since it first started stalking Hilux owners when launched back in 2004. Okay, I must admit, it doesn't look like much at the moment. In fact, when I brought this to my house, my wife had that look on her face that you normally see expressed by a person that's gone on a blind date when they suddenly realize that the Facebook profile picture of their date didn't seem to line up with the person that is now seated in front of them. That is bad advertising. Anyway, I love this Bakkie a lot. And in fact, it may be quite a bit similar to people in general. Easily judged on the outside, but on the inside, this thing is pretty good. And as beauty would attest, that with the right kind of love, even something that on the outside may not present as well initially, can become a most desirable prince. And I'm telling you, this little frog behind me, if I can use that term, is about to go into a transformation that would see it become a prince worthy of a Disney classic. So let me show you around. This is a one-owner car that was used as a workhorse in the first part of its life, but then later on it was used by the owner just to commute between his offices and his work. As you can see, this Bakkie was branded, so we've been trying to get these stickers off, and we've been managed to clear most of it. But the idea with this Bakkie is the potential that lies under the skin. So this is what makes it very nice. This is a one-owner car. One owner. I kid you not. It really is a good Bakkie. So on the plus side, even though this does need a little bit of work, this Bakkie has never been in an accident. So it's an accident-free car. And although there is evidence that this Bakkie was well used, it was never abused. Mechanically, this Bakkie is absolutely sound. And I just love this 2.8 turbo diesel engine, because power is impressive even by today's standards, with 92 kilowatts and 292 newton meters of torque on tap. Service intervals are every 10,000 kilometers or yearly, whichever comes first. Now, this engine does have significant turbo lag. You feel it especially when the vehicle is cold. But I've kind of grown to like it on all cars with this sort of gifted flaw, if I can use that terminology, as it gives character, and it's kind of like Cindy Crawford's beauty spot. We all know, especially those of you who grew up during the 90s, we all remember Cindy Crawford's beauty spot. Anyway, there are, however, some exceptions to the rule, as with all things in life. Now, this car, mechanically, as I said, absolutely sound, and it also has service history, and it is a one-owner car. So the owner of this vehicle really took great care of it, and it has also recently been serviced. So that is a big bonus for my buyer. So, how does it drive? Well, with more than 90 kilowatts of power and 292 newton meters of torque, this engine is pretty pokey, and it pulls well. It pulls well. It has turbo lag initially if you're in a higher gear and you're just using the accelerator pedal to power away. The Bakkie does have some turbo lag, but if you're in the power and you're driving it sort of mid-range in terms of the revs, you won't feel a thing. Another thing that I like about this Bakkie is that it is pretty fuel efficient. In fact, when I first got this vehicle, and I was just driving it up and down ever so slightly, just to make sure that mechanically everything checks out and that everything works, etc. I actually made a point to stop at the fuel station just to put in some fuel, because I wasn't sure whether the gauge was working or not. So when I put fuel in, up she went. So I was very surprised by how fuel efficient this Bakkie is. Now remember, this is a 4x4 with diff lock, and it is pretty impressive. This Bakkie has got very good ground clearance and relatively short overhangs at the front and at the back for a Bakkie, and I'm sure this will be good for much more difficult terrain than, let's say, just your average dirt road. I honestly believe that this is a pretty capable off-roader, and unfortunately I don't have anywhere to test that at the moment, but you're gonna have to take my word for it. It's also got knobbly tires, which will help with the gripping when the going gets tough. So pretty capable indeed. Now, as I said, this has got full service history, and the owner of this vehicle really did take care of it, and you can see just by how well this cabin looks and presents. And of course, for a 2004 vehicle, and a Bakkie at that, these normally get abused, to say the least. Also, this vehicle has air conditioning, it's got a CD radio player, it's got the Parrot hands-free Bluetooth system that connects to your phone for hands-free driving, and 5-speed manual gearbox. Here we go, here's a short lever to engage the four-wheel drive. It's got 2 high, 4 high and 4 low, and the button for the diff lock is on the dashboard. Now everything works on this vehicle, everything works, and it is great. Also, it has electric windows, which is nice, especially if the winding gets a little bit tedious. So let me show you around. As you can see, the interior of this vehicle is in pretty good condition. The previous owner really did take care of this car, and I really like it a lot. Really, this thing, my buyer is definitely going to be happy with this purchase. And just to show you one or two little things more properly, there's also a just on top of the radio, you've got your cup holders, which actually work pretty well. The radio system and the Parrot Bluetooth system, and you can see way up there, there's the little microphones. Focus, focus, focus. And the stereo works well. There's the gear lever, electric window switches. And one thing that seems to be rare when buying these club cabs are these boxes. Most of them are not part of the purchase anymore, as owners take them out and just keep them for storage bins at their homes. So, you know, can probably sell these on their own and make a few bucks, but hey, as I said, my client will be pretty happy indeed. So that's the story of my 2004 Mitsubishi Colt Rodeo 2.8 4x4 club cab. And in the next video, I'll show you what this was transformed into with the right kind of love. As I said, she will be going to the auto body shop. And we want to get them to remove the wrapping professionally, and also just to do some paint work where the wrapping did damage the paint on this vehicle. And after that's done, this will present like a Prince Royale. Maybe we'll nickname it Harry. something like that. Kind of sounds like a pretty princey name. Anyway, so I look forward to doing part 2. And in the meantime, if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing more of these videos about vehicles that I'm buying for my clients and for retail. So keep in touch, hit that subscribe button. See ya later.